Welcome back to Force Education. This is Ed. Today we're going to be talking about the ticker IMPP, known as Imperial Petroleum. Now, this company is an international shipping transportation company specialized in transportation of various petroleum and petrochemical products in liquefied form. Their executive offices is located in Greece, and they have further details as well on their website, including a lot of news-related information on the press news or press releases section of their website, and a power presentation I'm going to be going through today. But just to kind of make it clear, basically there is tensions, of course, as a lot of people know, between Europe and Russia. And a part of that is that there is a massive pipeline that is already used significantly between Russia and Europe, and there's another one that is being built. Now, in retrospect, having in something like an energy company that is mainly focused in international shipping transportation can offset these pipelines going offline, and thus IMPP would be getting a lot more money if it was, or compared to these two pipelines still going on. Now, it's not good for the general public to have more of a shortage in supply for demand to meet demand, but this company might be able to offset just a little bit of that and in result get more on their balance sheets. Now, this company jumped up to around 970 and then dropped significantly to 172. A part of that has been relating towards the offering that it received the news of on March 20th, 2022. And they released around 37.5 million units at 160 per unit. And so that dropped the stock price, not significantly. I mean, it was around almost $3, dropped to half the next day. So I'm not saying not significantly because it was 979 to 150. That is a more significant drop than what it's seen around 280 to 160. Other news back, for instance, on March 15th, Imperial Petroleum Inc. declares dividend on Series A preferred shares. So that was previous dividends given before around 55 cents per share. And that was given a bit ago earlier this month, actually. And Imperial Petroleum announces closing of upsize of 12 million underwriting public offering. So you get to see back in February, they also released an offering of 125 per share. And so you see that's kind of almost a repetitive behavior that you get to see, that they're trying to see the stock market as their own bank, and in results trying to raise as much money while their stock is still getting attention. As you get to see, the average volume right now is 35 million with a massive spike in March. So they did go ahead and release another offering. And it kind of makes sense when a company is looking at the stock market like it's a free money machine. Now, other than that, we have some of their PowerPoint results from December. So this should kind of give a full year highlight in the fourth quarter. And so here, Voyage's revenue is 4.1 million in quarter 3 2021, a decrease of 1.7 million compared to quarter 3 2020. Due to the sharp drop in revenue stemming from weak spot market and one of our product tankers being idle for 40% of the quarter. So tankers do spend a lot of money and they need a lot of maintenance. And so if you do recall, there has been stocks before like Ship, I believe. Ship does not do the exact same thing, but it has seen different volatility. It is currently going around 115. Also, I believe due to the Ukraine tensions, is increased a little bit and seen a bit of volatility. But if you do remember what Ship did, they did a bunch of reverse stock splits back in 2020, and a big part of it was they really done a lot of offerings just to get their amount of assets up to meet the demand. And I'm expecting Imperial Petroleum will be doing something of sorts. So in quarter 4 2020, they incurred debt of around 28 million alone. So if you were to take a look back into the company itself, you get to see that the last offerings, it is somewhere able to meet that debt. Now, I'm not sure how much debt overall they have. That information will be given somewhere here. But that's on quarter 4 2021. That's only new debt of around 28 million. Assuming that that is still valid for the first quarter, you're seeing why they do need to put a lot of offerings up. Now, you're able to see different metrics as well and different earnings for this company and inventories and market trades, but really what you got to know is that they are working with petroleum tankers, and that is in demand between where they operate, so you can easily get more money coming in that way. Now, on retail, it does go ahead and talk as well about Russia warning to Europe and Nord Stream pipeline, which is the one going from Russia to Europe. And there has been a bit of hype around this one as well, especially as there is crude shortage or crude oil shortage globally, and we're all kind of getting to feel that due to the war. Now, institutional buyers is not really showing any information. It's kind of empty at this point, but short interest is around 900,000 available shares. And we're able to see that the short borrow fee rate is somewhat high, closer to the $90 range. And the short volume or short volume as a percentage of the total volume has increased from around 39 to around 55 to 50%. So now let's move on a bit towards technical analysis. If you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notification buttons on, and on to technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis, Imperial Petroleum has seen quite of a volatile time ever since, I would say, back in February. Now, this stock has jumped to a really massive highs of 970, almost in the same day, dropped down to 370, bounced a little bit back 2 days ago around 616, and now sitting around 172. And what you get to see is that the William percent R here off this stock is sitting a little bit towards the oversold part. William percent R is very similar to what you'd see for a relative strength index, or RSI. Now, the moving averages have actually crossed where you have the 10 SMA dropping below the 30 EMA, and that's showing a little bit of a dangerous kind of levels. This stock at this level is showing that basically it has gone from bullish to bearish between just if you were to consider these two moving averages. The MACD you're able to see was a massive bullish run, gone towards a negative reversal on the 15th of March. And then continued on until around the 18th of March. It got the news of the offering. It went even worse. Right now, you can say it's on bound to somewhat see a bit of a recovery, but momentum is still negative, and that's not really a good look at it. Now, basically, stochastic fast and stochastic slow, you're able to see that it's currently at the bottom, suggesting there might be a good time to buy at this level if it was high volatility playing in motion. And yes, it could be actually a good time to buy. We'll talk about the supports at this level. So this is a better look for it than what we've seen with the momentum. Now, the moving average bands and the Bollinger Bands, this one is expected to trade between 322 and 263 for the moving average bands, and the Bollinger Bands between 592 and 0. But that's a wide range of, or a wide array of numbers, so we're going to kind of disregard it just a little. What we can kind of see right now is that we're starting to see that the moving averages are more off plateauing rather than seeing that increased slope going upwards. Now, the moving average bands kind of give you a situation here, but remember we did talk a bit about the support with the stochastic fast and stochastic slow. So first we got to take a look into the Fibonacci resistance and supports. First resistance is 260, 395, 505, 615, 771, and 971, and the support is at 40 cents. Now, from a price line action, we still see very strong supports, one at 169, below at 145, below at 97 cents, and then 73 cents, going downwards to around 56 cents. Now, resistances, you see some, one at 79, one at 212, one at 242, going higher to 278, and then 346 going higher to around 433, and then 504, and then around 597 going a little bit higher to around 757. But if anyone is really watching this and thinking that, you need to know more resistances than that, but just consider you might want to start selling closer to around, I would say, the $440 or $430 $4.30 level, because that seems to be a very strong resistance, and then let the rest riding along just in case it goes to $10 again. But really what we're going to be seeing here is the balance sheets and whether it actually will start showing a massive effect. Now keep in mind that previously, around before February, this stock had a massive support around the 188 level, or closer to around 194. Now that's a very strong resistance. So hopefully it does jump above there, but that is a very critical point where we're seeing it right now. Now, what do I think is going to happen here? Well, honestly, I do think that this stock will see a bit of a bounce with massive volatility, and if it does cross that 188, 190 level, it can easily cross above to 263. And unfortunately, I do see probably other offerings in its future, but hopefully not in the near future, so people can actually trade this and make some more money on it. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to down in comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.